Am I the asshole? For telling my son's pregnant girlfriend to get a job once she has the baby or move out. My son, Stephen, has been getting into trouble with the police for numerous small-time offenses like stealing and fighting, which resulted in him getting sent to juvenile for a few months. When he came out, he had to check in with probation regularly. At the probation office, he met a girl, Lizzie, and they hit it off. She'd just come out after a year inside. Her family are very well off, but they kicked her out, so she was living in a hostel. She was only there temporarily and had nowhere to go after that. So with my permission, Stephen offered her to come and stay with us. When Lizzie first moved in, it was tough for her. She's used to quite a comfortable lifestyle and was hoping to return to one when she came out. But she settled in quickly. I gave Stephen one more chance after he came home. And fair to him, he's managed to get a job laboring on a building site. Lizzie, however, has refused to get a job. Before she got arrested, she was studying for a degree, and sees jobs like cleaning or admin work as beneath her. She's trying to find an entry-level job in the field she was studying, but has had no success. This is a bit of a problem, as even with me and Stephen working, we only just make enough to cover the rent, food and bills. More than once we've had to go days without hot water. Lizzie became pregnant a few months back and decided to keep the baby, which Stephen is fully supporting. I'm happy for them, but this will give us another mouth to feed. I said that as soon as the baby is born, if both mother and baby are healthy, of course. I expect Lizzie to take any job available. I work as a cleaner in evenings and nights, so I'm around in the daytime to take care of the baby, while Stephen and Lizzie work. I told them that if Lizzie refuses, they can look for a place of their own. This made Lizzie cry and say she doesn't want to do a soul-destroying job because she used to have a bright future ahead of her. I understand this and it's unfortunate, but I've worked shitty jobs all my life, and this building site job is the first Stephen ever had. Living where we do, shitty jobs are a part of life, and we won't be able to provide her baby with a comfortable home if she doesn't get one. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole, but to be honest, it might be best for her and the baby and for you if she did both. Got a job and moved out. Not the asshole. She needs to focus on what's in front of her now instead of what could have been. What did she do to get probation in the first place? Not the asshole, but why are you happy for them having a baby? Seriously. They are financially insecure. They both have records. Their job prospects right now are completely dim, and you're happy for them. Doesn't anyone under 25 on Am I the Asshole know about contraception? But on the question of whether Lizzie needs to contribute, you are not the asshole. Her best bet is to show up pregnant at her wealthy parents and beg for support. Seriously. This is her best option. Which is why being happy for them is completely mental. Not the asshole. But why on earth did you let this woman move into your home in the first place? And why are you happy that two incredibly young people who are in an extremely unstable situation are about to have a child they can't afford? That's not a happy situation. It's a disaster. You've been far too accommodating of both of them for too long. I'm glad you're finally standing up for yourself and insisting that she start contributing. Stick to it. Not the asshole. The only thing soul-destroying is her poor choices and laziness. They both need to move out now, or you will become a full-time caregiver to their baby. Not the asshole. This might sound mean, but I hate parents who have kids when they can't afford them. Not the asshole. Lizzie sounds like a mooch and a user. If she refuses to get a job, kick her to the curb. Not the asshole. Lizzie can get a year of work experience under her belt and get a job that will let her finish her degree. It will be hard, but almost everything worth doing is. Is Lizzie banking on her parents magically changing their minds? Hoping that a baby would change their stance? Can she get back to school and take out loans to finish her degree? Lizzie sounds like a petulant, affluent child. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Lizzie should be responsible for herself. Just like any adult. In addition to looking for work, she should apply for government benefits and charitable support. For instance, WIAC would help cover some of her grocery needs. Not the asshole, but if you take care of the baby during the day, you won't get any sleep. And I bet she'll dump the baby on you whenever she goes out. You should talk to your son about contraceptives in case she tries to get pregnant again. She's in this situation because of choices she made. So she doesn't get to be picky about jobs. You will have a baby, so you need to be an adult. Lizzie, what? No, not the asshole. Not the asshole. You offered her a very generous deal considering your finances, and she's really immature. Sure. If you were wealthy and making her take a factory job all day while caring for a newborn baby all night just to build character, I'd say that's mean. But you're offering the best you have, and she's calling you an for doing more for her than her parents are, and not giving her more than you get for yourself. Not the asshole. You gave her a home when her own family wouldn't. You don't have the money to support 3 adults and a baby. This made Lizzie cry and say she doesn't want to do a soul-destroying job because she used to have a bright future ahead of her. You're not the one who screwed that up and alienated her family. She is. How is she going to work when she has a baby? They clearly won't be able to afford childcare. How much time are you going to let her recover after the delivery before making her go back to work? 6 weeks? 3 months? Stephen is the father, so he can pick up extra work for the recovery period after the delivery. Not the asshole. Oh, poor babykins. She'll need to destroy her soul to put a roof over her and her baby's head. Sounds like she needs to cry to her own mommy and daddy instead of bothering you with her crap. She either gets parents hers to foot the bills or she gets a job. Not the asshole, but I think you need stronger boundaries. It was bananas to invite her in. Not the asshole. People need to stop enabling her shitty behaviors and let her hit rock bottom. Until she feels she needs to change, she won't. People constantly changing their lives up to be accommodating to her makes her think she's entitled to special treatment. She is not. Let her face her own consequences for once. Tell them to get jobs and move out now. What bright future. She got herself locked up in juvenile detention. And now she is pregnant. And her parents do not want her. She is living off you. And you are having a tough time making ends meet. Take her to her mom's. Drop her off there. If your son is not happy, then he can find a place to live with her. Not the asshole. Maybe she should have looked around before deciding to have this baby. There is no comfortable life for anyone in your household right now, and she's delusional to think that her teen boyfriend with a record would be able to provide one for her. She's also going to find that taking care of a baby isn't going to be a picnic either. Not the asshole. But you should have kicked her out when she refused to get a job. Now she believed she could get away with mooching off of you and felt secure enough to get pregnant. Not the asshole. They are adults and need to provide for their child. Nobody ever said adulting is easy. A baby means they just sped up the need to grow up.